Dude, look at this bar.
Ooh,
This
I'm
is
loving
sweet,
it.
man.
Hey.
How are you? Oh, we forgot, the camera's on. Hey, how are you, everyone? I'm Jason.
I'm Alec.
We're your MCs for tonight.
We'd like to introduce you to our mixologist for the night, Dirty Harry.
Harry, take it away, buddy.
Hey everyone, I'm Harry Quaid. I'm actually part of the Young Professionals GLASA board, and I'm here to get you guys started with a drink before the gala gets started here. So we're gonna kick it off with a classic, and the classic is a Manhattan. So very similar to an old fashioned, which is a very popular drink, now that a Manhattan is not. But the big difference is that a Manhattan is not going to incorporate the sugar cube, so it's not going to be as sweet.
Wonderful.
So if you got your ingredients ready, we're going to start off. I need you to grab a larger glass. So fill it up with ice, like so. And then we're going to start it off with the good stuff, okay? So I prefer to start with bourbon. Feel free to use a rye. I just like that the bourbon brings a little bit more of a sweet flavor to it. We're gonna do 2 parts bourbon, okay? So this is a serious drink. We are not messing around here. Wow. So 2 parts.
It's that kind of night.
Always feel free to eyeball it. Then we're gonna use our sweet vermouth. And the sweet vermouth, we're actually gonna just do 1 part vermouth. So that's 2 parts bourbon, 1 part vermouth. Once we've done that, the next thing we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna take our bitters and we're gonna do a dash of bitters, okay? So feel free to go with 2 dashes of bitters. I prefer 1. Again, this is a little bit of a construction zone here, but we're making cocktails, we're having a good time. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we want to stir this. So, unlike James Bond, right, where he likes his shaken, we're gonna stir this, okay? So really the point of stirring this is to get it cold, because we're not gonna be serving this over ice, right? So it's important, we gotta give it a little bit of time here to chill down.
I'm getting thirsty.
Once we've done that, we're gonna grab our glass. You got something to kind of strain it out, grab the strainer. From there, you just dump it right in. It's gonna give that nice caramel coloring. From there, we're gonna garnish this with a maraschino cherry. So these are great. I like to just get right into the jar, because by doing so, you're gonna get the syrup that comes along with it. So, you know, the accuracy can be key here with the cherries. If not, just get your finger in there, just dig right in.
Right in there, go for it.
And just drop it right in. And there you have it. That's a Manhattan. Guys,
Thank you.
enjoy.
You can have it, Alex.
Cheers.
My man. Oh. It's thirsty.
Tasty, I guess.
I'm not sure that's how you drink it. We'll go with that.
Thoughts?
I'm down for the night.
Good evening. Welcome to GLASA's first ever virtual gala, presented by North Shore University Health System. Thank you, North Shore, for believing in GLASA's mission since 2013. Thank you to each of you, our donors, volunteers, and sponsors. A special thank you to our sponsors supporting this event. You made this evening possible. A special shout out to the GLASA staff and Women's Auxiliary, who work tirelessly on behalf of our athletes constantly. Now sit back, relax, and hopefully you are enjoying the charcuterie from My Charcuterie. Tonight, we will share with you GLASA today, tomorrow, and beyond, our vision for the future.
And now, it's my honor to introduce founder and executive director of GLASA, Sydney Hausner.
So it was over 20 years ago that I founded Great Lakes Adaptive Sports, GLASA, and I definitely didn't know how to run a non-for-profit. But there were very few opportunities that existed for individuals who have a physical or visual disability to train or compete in sports. Prior to COVID, we served over 1,000 distinct individuals. We had over 20 sports. And our athletes ranged from beginning, developmental, to the Paralympian. And then COVID hit. And I remember specifically we had a large track and field practice that was supposed to take place at Carthage College, and I waited until the very last minute to cancel. And hindsight, I'm certainly glad that I did. So as an adaptive sports agency, we adapted. As the world shut down, we pivoted. Our Great Lakes games went virtual. We became creative. We did virtual cookie making, fitness challenges, a virtual 5K. We pushed a marathon in the forest preserve. We delivered equipment to our athletes so they would stay healthy. Mental health has been a challenge for all of us, but even more so for our athletes. So we provided session on wellness, meditation, yoga. We checked in, we called, we texted. And in COVID, we learned even more so during this challenging time that GLASA is more than sports. We really depended on each other during this challenging time. But now it's time to open up, and it's so exciting. I cannot tell you how excited our athletes and our coaches are to be live. And we're doing it safely, but there's a silver lining that we've learned from. The takeaways can only make us stronger. So I'd like to thank all of you, our donors, our athletes, our families, our volunteers, our coaches, and sponsors, and the list goes on, because it truly takes a village, and you have been there to support us. So thank you all so very much.
Thank you, Sydney. Yes, it takes a village.
Alec, I agree with you. We've seen that firsthand on Saturdays in tennis, by Cindy showing up constantly, the interns, and the coaches. It's just really a village feel, and it feels great.
GLASA is more than just sports. Sports is the vehicle to a better and healthier lifestyle for our athletes who have a physical or visual disability. GLASA builds self-esteem, develops self-confidence, teaches teamwork, and practice goal settings. Skills learned in GLASA programs transition into the classroom, the workforce, and the community. Did you know that students with physical disabilities represent only 7% of the undergrad student population? At GLASA, in the past 6 years, 100% of our high school seniors have gone to college. Did you know that adaptive sports are also associated with an increased rate of employment? We have all felt the economic impact of COVID-19, and GLASA athletes are no different. People with disabilities have been disproportionately affected. GLASA teaches the skills that will lead to stronger education outcomes and long-term employment. Through GLASA, I found a week-long basketball camp that's hosted by the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. This camp entails you living in a dorm room for 7 days, having to play basketball for hours, then having to be able to be independent in a dorm room at a young age, and being introduced to all the things that it takes to be independent, and being surrounded by other people that are playing wheelchair basketball, playing with different disabilities, and watching how they figure out how to be independent at such a young age helped me be able to figure out how I could be independent in college after 18.
During these COVID times, the world has seen an increase in the need to address isolation and mental health. GLASA quickly recognized the importance of addressing mental wellness with our athletes by implementing a weekly virtual yoga program focusing on meditation and mindfulness, and offered virtual sessions with a mental health professional. And we have dreams for the future. Let me share some of those with you. Our goal is to expand our in-house program, to potentially renovate our office, to create a virtual studio potentially, to bring more athletes here, to have more programming, to do more things that they dream of. Just remember that 90 cents of every dollar that you give goes directly to our athletes. Thank you to Selvi, Shostak, and Pritchard, our technology sponsor, for sponsoring this platform. Please stay tuned, because we have some great auction gift videos. They will be scattered throughout the rest of the evening.
Now, a special surprise guest has joined us this evening.
Hi everyone, it's Tatiana McFadden, 17-time Paralympic medalist, 7-time gold medalist, and a 24 major marathon winner. And I'm so excited to be speaking here at GLASA's virtual event. I think having a program like GLASA is really important because it reminds me of the program that I had growing up, a local sports program in Baltimore, and it completely changed my life. I got involved with sports just for health reasons, to become stronger, physically, but mentally as well. And I think that was probably the most important part. And you meet friends along the way and you learn so much, not only about yourself, but I learned about sportsmanship. I learned about goal setting. I learned about planning. I learned about time management. So it brought more than just playing sports, which I absolutely loved, and it allowed me to be more confident to apply for colleges and apply for internships. So I think that sports can really lead to a healthier lifestyle than, just becoming an elite athlete, which of course you can become an elite athlete as well, but it brings a lot to the picture. The advice that I would give to athletes who are just starting at GLASA is really enjoy the journey. Everyone is there to help you and to help you along your journey, to help you get better at whatever you want to get better at, help you goal set, make friends. These opportunities go so quickly, so really just enjoy it all and take it all in. Next, you will hear from 4 amazing Paralympic athletes who had quite a similar but yet a different journey to the Paralympic Games. Here are their stories.
Cindy found me at a grocery store, which is typically how she finds most of her athletes. And she had asked if I played sports. And I looked at her kind of crazy, like, what are you talking about? I'm in a wheelchair. I can't play sports. And she said, no, come check it out. Come check out wheelchair basketball. And that started the ball rolling.
I think GLASA has impacted my life in so many different ways. And I wouldn't be the swimmer I am today. I wouldn't be the woman I am today. And I wouldn't have the accomplishments and confidence I have today without them.
I was an all-around athlete as a kid, kind of good at a lot of different sports. And wheelchair sports allowed me to keep that part of my life. Now I get to do it a little differently. There's just, a different way of doing it. A lot of times you do it in a chair. I tried skiing, which I didn't do much of before my accident. But adaptive sports saves a lot of people that probably would go nuts if they didn't have a way to get rid of their energy and do something fun and productive.
As soon as I arrived, I was kind of blown away by all that GLASA had to offer and all the different stories that the athletes had to tell. I kind of saw myself in so many people around me, and I kind of, realized what I could go out and do. I'd never seen someone who looked like me, who used a prosthetic or, used a racing wheelchair, go out and do such incredible things. And so it really inspired me to go out and, do that myself.
It's important for me to give back to GLASA because it meant so much to me. It opened so many doors for me, just seeing the faces of the people that I meet and the lives, see how their lives are changed.
I think GLASA is a great organization filled with people who care about the sports they do and the athletes that they work with.
I think it's really important for me to give back because I've seen just how much GLASA has done for me, and if I could give an hour of my time on the Tuesday, that's something that I will always hold dear to my heart. I think it's a great way to get people confident in their ability, no matter if it's in swimming, if it's in different sports, or just in their ability to be able to have a better life.
When you come into GLASA as somebody with a disability, you're not different. You are the same. And I appreciated that, and looking back on my life as an adult now, I didn't know I needed that as a child.
So GLASA has always been there for me and any other number of athletes. They have done so much to make sure that each and every one of us is well equipped with the equipment that we need and the training facilities that we need and the coaching that we need to get to the next level. And so at any point that I'm able to give back to GLASA and the GLASA community, I'm always happy to do so because they've really done so much for me and so many others.
These accomplished athletes know the impact that GLASA has had on their lives, and each of them want to be that vehicle to help others. Here's your chance to be able to donate to GLASA to be able to help produce elite athletes. All right, Dirty Harry, I can't chug another drink, but I am up for another one. What can you give me?
All right, let's do it. Let's keep it classic,
All right.
but we're gonna make it a little bit more complex this time,
Okay.
okay? What we're gonna do is we're gonna take two classics, combine it into one, okay? So we're gonna make something I like to call a mojito Rita. So combining a mojito, combining it with a margarita, right? So we're really gonna take the best ingredients from both of them, combine them into one. So it's all gonna start, grab a shaker, large glass, whatever you got on hand, mint leaves, okay? So we're gonna take a little bit, I don't know, a quarter of a cup if you will, and from there, we're gonna get some lime juice in there. So if you have lime juice, great. If you don't, not a big deal, grab a lime, let's just start squeezing it in there, okay? Key's gonna be getting all these ingredients in here put together before we really get the cocktail going, because what that's gonna do is we're gonna be muddling this together, right? So we got some lime juice in there, got the mint. From there, we're gonna add, I don't know, half ounce, half portion if you wanna call it, of agave nectar, okay?
Be nice to me.
This is gonna make it a little sweet, okay? So if you got a sweet tooth, this is gonna be up your alley. Now, once we've done that, we get our muddler. If you don't have a muddler, it's not a big deal. Just grab something you got nearby. We're just gonna start smashing all this up, okay? Combining these all together. The more you muddle this, the more flavor you're really gonna get out of the mint leaves and the lime juice and the citrus all coming together. Now, once we got that, and again, if you like it a little bit more mint, feel free to keep going there. But what we want to do then, we're gonna grab ice. This time I'm just gonna use my hands instead of trying to dip the cup in there, okay? Then we get the good stuff out, tequila, whatever you like. I suggest using a silver tequila. And we're gonna go 2 portions here, okay? So just like the Manhattan, we went 2 portions of whiskey. We're gonna do 2 portions of tequila, okay? So that's 1. We're gonna come back for another. Bada boom, bada bing. From there, throw our shaker over top right there, like that. Now we're gonna shake it up. Bring out your inner Tom Cruise in cocktail, okay? Have some fun with this, shake it up. Then we're gonna pop the top off, okay, like that. And we're gonna grab our glass. Just gonna dump it right in, okay? Keep all that good stuff in there, the mint leaves, the juice, the agave coming in. Add some more ice in, like so. And then, just to make this even more of a refreshing drink, we're gonna add in some club soda. Be careful, caution. A lot of bubbles coming out here. So it's gonna be a really refreshing drink, summer, whatever you wanna call it. But you can hear the bubbles coming in right there. Give it a little mix if you can. Alec, you wanna give that a little sip?
Oh, I think I could just take just a sip. Ooh, that's got a nice touch to it. I like it.
Wonderful. Enjoy. Cheers.
How does GLASA change lives? Thanks to Hollister Incorporated, our video sponsor. This next video will answer this question.
So my son Eric is a GLASA athlete. He was born with certain neurological malformations, and at birth we were told that it was very likely that he would never walk or talk. And in no small part, his participation in GLASA He runs, jumps, goes to school. He's one of the more engaging and joyful human beings you would ever encounter.
So as a kid, I was always just kind of active. I liked going fast and I wanted to try wheelchair racing. So I found GLASA and I started competing with them.
You know, working with the other athletes, it really provided me with a sense of belonging. There's something about, you know, interacting and working with other people that have similar conditions as you do. It makes you feel as though you're not alone.
So how has GLASA helped you to improve your life?
Keep me busy, you know, with this head injury, so I have to stay busy, otherwise I forget a lot of things.
And the great part about GLASA, it's participating in any way you can. And I think that's really important because it shows all the different participants who belong to GLASA that you can achieve your goals and be fit any way you can.
My daughter Julia is 18. She's been participating in GLASA programs since she was 3 years old. She really enjoys being around other people, and this has been a great way for her to meet a lot of new people and make a lot of new friends.
The way that the staff works with you, it changed my whole life because they helped me to realize that I could do something, you know. When you think life is over and there's nothing else to do, you come to GLASA and you find out, oh my God, there's so much more I can do.
The disability that I have, it's called RP, which it means that I have tunnel vision and my night vision is really bad. So GLASA has helped me with Global, which is a sport for the visually impaired. And with that, I found some of my best friends. I found the best coaches in the whole world, and I'm so grateful.
I love GLASA for many reasons. It's fun, it's energizing, it makes me happy, and it helps people with disabilities do new things.
I love and embrace this organization because the message of no one sits on the sidelines is central to my beliefs that everyone deserves dignity and deserves full participation in society.
I love GLASA so much because they are just sweet, because everyone can do any types of sports they want to do here, and it's fun.
And I think GLASA, Cindy and the team, they do a phenomenal job meeting our needs and also just being there for us.
Well, they're the only one that's doing something right now for me. They were the first one that got me started, and I'm doing a lot of different things, going golden age game, all that.
I think it's really important that people know what GLASA is and that they help GLASA, because there are so many of us every day that are becoming physically challenged, and we need the support to buy equipment and to help fund staff and to help us take our trips and competitions. It takes a lot to get those things done.
I think the best way to make an impact is to get involved. If you have time to spare, if you have even pocket change that you can donate, every little bit counts. Every opportunity to change someone's life after a traumatic injury or being born with a disability. The most important thing is that everybody gets out there, everyone is active, and no one gets left on the sidelines.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sherry Rashowski, and that is how GLASA makes a difference. Over this past year, your donations have been so important to us. It's been a crazy year for all of us. We truly and deeply appreciate everything that you have done for GLASA and our athletes. But now we know that not all of you have made the statement of how important GLASA is to you personally. Next is our virtual paddle raise. This is your opportunity to make that statement and to show our GLASA athletes how much they mean to you. Jason and Alex will introduce to you 8 different giving levels. At each of those levels, they will explain the specific urgent need that we have at GLASA and how your donation will fund that need. How do you donate? It's easy. Just click on the link that's sent to your mobile device or click on the donation level on your computer screen. Your donation will mean so much more to GLASA this year because $15,000 of that donation is going to be matched by our board of directors, dollar for dollar. And if your company matches your donation, just imagine how much further that money will go for GLASA. Now, let's take it away, Alec and Jason.
And now we're going to start at $10,000, which could help us purchase one power soccer chair to support GLASA's power soccer team in its next quest for a national title. Why stop at 10,000? If we raise 20 or even 30 on the first ask, we could remodel our office right now.
And now we are at $5,000. $5,000 will cover the expenses for GLASA's summer week-long camp known as Camp Trek for young athletes. Being able to volunteer as a coach for Camp Trek and being able to see all the young kids try all the different sports is always exciting to see every year.
Man, I wish I could just see what's going on right now with all of our listeners. It would be awesome if we could do 5,000, maybe even 10, even on this ask.
I see it. And now, $2,500. $2,500 will purchase a hand cycle that athletes will use to improve their daily fitness and wellness.
I really hope you're all out there enjoying your charcuterie board, your drinks, and you're clicking away at that computer as we're trying to raise money for a great cause. And remember, 90 cents of every dollar goes directly to our athletes. $1,500 will cover the cost of facility rentals for wheelchair basketball for 1 year. Wouldn't it be great to be able to cover that?
Mobile phones, I hope you guys are working hard. Keep clicking. With 1,000, we'll be able to completely outfit one sled hockey player with sleds, sticks, and gear.
Alec, we're at $1,000. $1,000 isn't a huge ask, and I know there's a lot of people out there right now that could give 1,000. So I just hope that they're doing their job with their virtual devices or at their computer to help us raise that money.
Keep clicking.
And now we're at $500. With $500, you will be our champion of the night, similar to the way our GLASA athletes are training every day to be champions.
And now we're at $250. $250 will cover program fees for one athlete for all sports for an entire year.
For $250, you can sponsor an athlete for a whole year?
Yes. We look forward to your cooking. This is your last chance to be able to donate. $100. $100 will be a gift from your heart. Thank you for joining us tonight and participating in our virtual paddle race.
As we close out our evening, I just want to share a personal message with you, a personal statement of what GLASA meant to me and my family. 4 years ago, when I became disabled, I wasn't sure what it meant for me. I wasn't sure where to go. I wasn't sure what I was doing. All I knew is that I was an athlete and a coach at heart, and I wanted to continue doing those things. And it wasn't until I found GLASA that I started to feel free again. I started to feel comfortable in a wheelchair because I got to play tennis. I started to feel great about life again because I started to have some purpose when it came to athletics. The future of GLASA is so exciting, and I'm so excited to be a part of it now, not only as an athlete, but as the GLASA board president. I just hope that you, all of our donors out there, all of our sponsors, and everybody that considers GLASA family would consider giving so that more people like me, like Alec, and like all of those awesome people in the videos that you saw can have an opportunity to do something that fulfills them, that makes their dreams come true, to potentially frees their family from some of the things that these wheelchairs hold us to. It's with your support that GLASA can dream bigger and farther than we've ever dreamed. And I encourage you that if God's pulling at your heart right now, that you listen and you give, or you just get connected and volunteer, because it's not always about money. Sometimes it's just about being involved, being present, whether it's for the coaches, whether it's for the staff, or whether it's for the athletes. So thank you. Sincere thank you for being here tonight, and I hope that you all are blessed in this upcoming year.
It all started when I was 6 years old. Being able to find GLASA less than a year later had a significant impact on me being able to combat all the health problems. From the age of starting at 6, going all the way to the age of 18, I had over 20 operations. Being able to have a sport, being able to have a community of people that you get to learn from, be able to know that there is another side to it. There is a version where you can exist. There is a version where you get to be an athlete that competes at the highest level. You get to be somebody that's more than just a chair and all the things that come with it. To be able to have that and be able to know that that's something you can grow with, that's not something you're stuck with, whether it's from starting at a young age and being able to figure that out at as a teenager, as an adult. Being able to have all those moments that you have to be able to be reminded that you're disabled, that you have something that's working against you. And being able to see people that excel beyond that is always going to be something that you can't put a price on. I got to start as hotshot in playing tennis. Be able to take that with me, I gotta have a place to go every single Saturday, and I get to be called hotshot. What's there not to love about that? Being young and being disabled when you're younger is very different than being disabled when you're older. Being able to have a family that helps you, teach you how to be disabled, that's what GLASA is that family that teaches you how to be able to work with what you have and be able to become more than that. Thank you. Here is your last call to donate. Auction will be open until 9 p.m. If you missed out on that auction gift, the donation link will stay open for at least 24 hours. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for attending our first annual virtual gala. Thank you to all of our sponsors, and especially our presenting sponsor, North Shore University Health System. We look forward to next year when we can potentially do this in person. Good night, and God bless, and see you soon.